two replays for today, and this is the first one. It's a replay of me. It's quite an old replay since I haven't played this in like 2 months, and this one against me, against Dallas Go versus Human on Grotto, and I got the favorable position for Human. Dallas is trying out a strategy. It's a very unusual strategy, I think, with the Human player going for the single refinery rush. I first saw it, Red King do it, and I lost to it, and I think that it's a strategy that they devised with Dallas quite a long time ago. And actually, first of all, let me turn down the in-game sounds. I'm not sure entirely if that's still necessary, but I tried looking at my old oh, it's quite low. I don't know why it was so loud. I looked at the VODs that I recorded yesterday at my videos. VODs, as we say in StarCraft scene, of replays and analyzed yesterday, and the in-game sounds were a lot louder than my microphone recording sounds. So yes, this map, this position is very favorable for Human in this position. I'm not entirely certain. It's at least balanced, but it could be very well favorable for Go. I haven't played enough games in this position to make a conclusive decision as to balance in this spawning location, but it might very well favor Go. And this strategy is one refinery rush that a Human player can execute. As I said, something I've seen a long time ago when I think Dallas and Red King came up with it collaboratively, and I think that this is a strategy that I only saw once, and I lost it once because it sort of caught me off guard. So, you know, playing this game, I was very confused what the hell is actually gonna happen. So I loop around, I think. No. I'm just trying to pull his scout out of the way so he doesn't go for my harassing my mother. And two things. Here I go straight for his base, and I think going straight for his base is always good, because in case he does greedy build, and you don't really lose anything by going straight for his base, because there is a spigot there. You can go here, then you can go back, and you can go to the standard middle location after a while. The protein first, I think fairly standard on this map. I saw pretty much everyone do it in this location. Bike does it, Dallas does it, everyone does it basically. And the idea is you do protein first, you go for harassment, and then you park your mother here, and after a while maybe you pull out. It's not a 100% all in. It's just a very aggressive strategy, because it's hard for a Human player to push his conduits far enough to take a third. So you're sort of trying to contain him on one extractor as long as possible, and when he takes the second extractor, you're fine with that too, because you're gonna contain him on 2 extractors. And after that, for mother aggression, you will win quite often, I think. But here Dallas is doing something different, and I'm going for, you know, standard. But Dallas is well prepared for this attack since he went double factory. I'm sure Dallas only goes this because he thinks this locations of this map are actually very favorable for Go. I don't think he would do something this unusual if he thought he had a chance in a straight out game. And here I scout 2 factories, and I just pull back because I feel like there is no there is no way I can possibly kill him when he goes into factory. But that also means that I'm not entirely behind by just having 1 mother. Although there is obviously nothing I can do harassment wise. I think this was a mistake. I think I should have run away and saved this protein. I just, again, new strategy, and I wasn't expecting to see those 2 extra units so soon. So my goal here should have been just to run away and save this particular protein. And I'm a bit behind on my bank, on my resources in my mother, because of all the extra movement I wanted to do but didn't commit to after seeing this different strategy. So here I go, I run this way to possibly throw him off guard, but he isn't thrown off guard, but still he does some weird. He should have been going right away for harassment of the mother. Oh, he's confused. So he's thinking I'm probably still here, or even that I went there. So this movement of my drovers towards the way, they actually served their purpose, and they confused Dallas as to where my mother goes located. And here I notice that he's going this way, so I keep my mother as far as possible from this area. And I do that for 2 reasons. I do that so some random scout doesn't spot a mother if mother is shuttling between these 2 areas. No random scouts will see it, and second of all, it's a pretty good location to go up with mothers. This location is harassable with, if he goes for air attachment, yes, this location is harassable, and this location is pretty much not harassable. Yes, my drover movement was so successful, I didn't realize that he got this confused. Holy moly. And here I scout that he's still only on 1 refinery, so I'm like a bit panicky, and I'm like, need to build other drovers. And producing of 2 mothers when he only has 1 refinery, that's totally fine. Wow, I honestly, like, after watching this game, I still have no idea how you're supposed to play it, because I got such a huge edge because I got him confused. But that's not gonna happen every time, and I think actually most of the time that won't happen. I think the only reason it happened is because Dallas sort of mind gamed himself. He tried to think on the next level, like how would I trick him into thinking that I tricked him, and things like that. And I think that if it was anyone else, if it was someone who's not quite as elaborate in his strategies as Dallas, I think they would go for the simple answer is often the right answer. And here I move my mother here because I want my mother as a backup in case there is an attack. He didn't even send his air scout there. Like, he mind gamed himself so hard into believing that there is no way I can possibly be in this location. And here I make my first mistake of the game, and that mistake is splitting the units. But I didn't know. Not splitting the units, sending the units the wrong way. But I didn't know. I had no idea where his units were. That's A. And B, I thought that I didn't expect him to be capable of dishing out as much damage as he did. So this is my mess up. This is how I mess up. I expose my mothers. What should I do in this situation? Well, let me think for a moment. What should I be doing in this situation? Should I be harassing him? No, this is a mistake. I should be, if I'm here in this position, there are 2 options I can be doing. I can be chasing his harvesters with my drovers. I can be chasing his harvesters with his tridents. Or I think the better option would be have a couple of striders and shoot at it with striders and keep the rest of the army here. I mean, the whole point should not be to kill him, because he has enough army to defend the early attack, I think. But the point should be to defend my mothers. But let me have a bit closer look at what's going on. Yeah, that's a big mess up. I should have kept my mother there after that, so it has a way to escape, because this is not escape. So okay, I go here and Dallas goes pretty good split. I should have been targeting more selective, targeting more units that are standing closer. But yeah, Dallas is going for a pretty good split, and since he's located exactly in my spawning area, I couldn't really punish him. But I killed his extractor, which is good. And I demolished his army at this point. And I have 3 mothers, which is... So at this point I should have a commanding lead. Why is the game so long? Yeah, I mean, like, I'm still quite surprised at how effective his unit splitting was. It all comes from the mistake. Like, yeah, I could have microed better, but that's not the priority there. The priority there is really that I should have kept my mother go further at this spigot instead of this spigot, because I could have A, just kept up the hill, and B, he couldn't really spread his units, because there is like a lot of space here to spread in a crescent way. But here, not so much. You would come from behind with drovers, and you would come from in front with the mother, and you would surround him, and you would kill him much more easily. So that's an error. And Dallas sort of goes here for a greedy, greedy expansion way. And I'm building units of 3 mothers. I think it's reasonable. And I'm moving mother with bigger HP forward, which is good. And Dallas goes for further shenanigans. I actually think that's a mistake on his part. I think if he would just, agree to reset the game, he would have a bit more even ground than he did. Because he's just overly invested into this conduit line, which I think is a bit of a maybe panicky move or something. Alright, so here's a draw attack. I realize it's a bad idea. And the reason I say, there might be no need for countries here is because this area, whatever, you can just, greedily... The game started out on such a weird way that just protecting your main would be enough, or not protecting this would be enough. Because, for example, I'm building an army enough to actually do damage to Dallas. That means I'm only at best on 3 mothers. That means he's even two extractors would be good enough, and definitely with this one or any other extractor, even if I kill it with drawers, it's gonna be first of all slow, and second of all you can just keep being annoying, and as long as you have scout like some in this area and some in this area, you can just keep rebuilding them and force me to build more army, or slowly make my army dwindle into nothingness and then attack me. So I think those options that I'm macroing, and if I'm macroing, then you still don't need the sentinels here so fast. I think it would have been a better idea to maybe even go for a greedier build than that. And here I see that he's bringing a conduit line to my this secluded location, and that is the main issue with this map, to be honest, because this map, like for example this location, it's very good in this location, very easy to push out to the 3rd, and that's plus 13, and pretty easy to push out here, then you do something like Circuit City into Alpha, or other options into Alpha. Basically, it's very good for conduit-based expansion, and then that's fine. The problem is that then you push up here. You push up here, and you basically close out whatever extractors that Go player can possibly have over here. And the thing that it forces to perhaps the Go player has to relocate somewhere in the middle of the game, or he'd have to fight. But fighting here is extremely hard because the passageway here allows for the human player to just it's not out of the way of their conduit line. They're gonna be taking expansions that way anyway. So you're gonna run into turrets and more turrets. There is like no drawback for a human player to just push conduit line here and build a lot of turrets, because if they're not attacking your army, they're protecting the extractors. So if it was a bit out of the way, it would be a much more balanced map. And you can't really abandon middle completely, because there are simply not enough spigots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The best you can hope for is 8, and these spigots are also pretty hard to defend against human harassment. So there are not enough spigots on this map, and the spigots that make it enough are located in such a position that it's very easy and doesn't cost anything for human to cut off. So that's what Dallas is going for, and I'm expecting that. And I'm surprised. I'm surprised right now that he's getting here so quickly. But I was expecting that, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna push one mother out of the middle, and under normal circumstances I would push 2 out of the middle, because I understand that this will happen eventually. So my goal is always take as many spigots out of this middle as I can. So until I have 12, I prefer to maybe keep 1 or 2 here, not all of them. The priority for me is taking all other spigots, not these ones. These ones spigots are they're bonus. They're not a priority. They're a bonus. So here I got another cross. I see that he doesn't have enough army, and I realize that there is no way he possibly has enough time, enough resources to complete the upgrade that would allow the tourists to run without. I must say I'm a bit surprised that he's capable of building his many sentinels. But I do my standard doodle thing that I usually do. It's sort of hard for me to, as I said, my goal was to take out 2 mothers out of here. But because he pushed so early and unexpected, I felt that I didn't have enough time to make this mother go out as well. So my goal is right now is to do my standard thing. And these 3 mothers will be here, and they will be building up army here to maybe push out this way, and they will push out this way under 2 circumstances. I will push out here, one A, have no choice, and B, when the conduit line dies. And as you can see, I'm going around it, because all the conduit essentially is supported by 1 conduit. And I'm surprised that Dallas didn't see it coming, because I did that so many times to him on this map. It's my thing. That's what I do, especially in this position, since you just can't run out around this part. This part makes a huge difference. Oh well, actually, he sees that coming, but again, not entirely. But here I am coming. Still a conduit. And here for me, any turret that dies is beneficial for me because they cost money, and because he can relocate them. They're very important. It's very important for me that he doesn't relocate them elsewhere. Okay, here's the fight as well. He's enough turrets here. He's destroying enough turrets. Here we go. Kill a conduit. Force everything. My job is essentially here killing conduits. That's all that matters, because this attack is not the most important one. This attack is the most important one. The clearing out the way here for my expansion to make more, to make my mother safe here. So that's the priority. So here, all the things I need is to kill conduits. In fact, I can be shooting conduits. If he has, like, for example, like this situation where his turrets are shooting at my army, and conduits is alive, it doesn't matter to me. I'm buying time, that's all I'm doing. I'm buying time for this force to do damage to his expansions and to clear away from my So here I push out because I don't want to get hit with these turrets. The last turrets here, as I said, it's not a priority. See, I don't know. There was something about patch notes when they fixed that. The silos, when they die, when you kill silos, they don't explode. No, maybe it was when you sell silos, they don't explode. Anyway, yeah, silos explode. So I was happy that he was building silos there. I knew that this would happen, but it did a lot of damage to everything around it, including conduits. So don't relocate your silos. Relocate your refineries if you want to defend. Relocating silos is dangerous business. Here I feel comfortable enough to well, what do I think about this game in general? In general, I think that first of all, that's what Dallas did. I'm not entirely sure how effective it is, because as I said, he moved. I mean, I played badly against his aggressive opponent, but he also couldn't find my mothers for quite a bit. So it's still not certain to me how effective the strategy is. But I think that Dallas is overestimating how powerful going to this location is. Especially me. You have to play to your opponents as well. Like, maybe if it was a different player, maybe it would require a different strategy, and this strategy would be necessary. But I struggle on Grotto, and partially why I struggle on Grotto is because Grotto is OP, but also because I didn't get... like, lately there hasn't been all that many matches on Grotto. And Grotto is just one map in a huge map pool, and, human players are not dominant players on ladder, so you generally don't get enough experience versus humans as you do versus Goo or even Beta. And another thing is that locations matter. So if you get Grotto, it matters if you get left or right spawn. And I think if Dallas was going standard strategy, he would have as good of a chance as with this strategy, certainly, and with other strategies on other maps as well. I think just going for standard macro opening would work fine for him. As fine as anything else. And what else? Yes, gotta keep Mother away from harassment. I'm still not certain if I should have kept my drovers back or should have been harassing. I think I probably should have kept him. I had a lot of drovers and I was so confused because his army wasn't coming for me. And I didn't realize what was going on, that he spent such a long time searching for me. I don't know. I don't know if you should keep or defend, but definitely, if you commit to attack, you have to have some striders in your army. Striders are good for catching the harvesters. If if you want to keep your drawers away from them so they don't explode, striders are good for that. Striders are good for killing buildings as well. So you want to have a couple of striders in there. That's sure. Yeah, I gotta test this more if I want to see if offense or defense is the best option here. But just by the result of this game, it seems that defense is better. So you would defend it, then you would macro up behind it, and then you would, if they come with a force that can kill your drawers, you come out with mothers. Yeah, it's also uncertain how many protein or wars of drawers you actually got to stop. Well, I don't know, but yeah, kids also. Make sure you're building more than one conduit line, or a good player can run around it and kill it. Alright, so I'm gonna do one more replay, and that will be it for today.